Some labor unions have described as cosmetic and doubting assertions by government to slash salaries of ministers by 10%. Well, they suggest the 10% reduction should also affect their end of service benefits and other allowances. Details from Daniel Opoku.
The directive for the salaries of ministers to be cut takes effect from January 2014. The 10% cut will be channeled into healthcare and other social welfare services. According to the Minister of Finance, the decision would positively impact on the economy. Some labor unions have described the cut in salaries as skeptical and cosmetic.
We believe if they do so, this is also going to affect their ESB when they are leaving office. So we'll be watching and be monitoring. If they don't increase it and leave it till their tenure of office, whether they be retained or they have to go, then we say, well, this is a government who have really sacrificed. It could be a novelty from government, looking at the circumstance and crisis of the time, that to lead and to show example.
The salaries and allowances that they enjoy should have cascaded down to the last person in the executive. And we would also have been very happy to have also donated 10% of our salaries and then our allowances if it had cascaded down to the cost that the budget wants to portray.
The sector minister was also worried stakeholders failed to negotiate the base pay and minimum wage before the presentation of the budget. The unions called for performance indicators to measure productivity in the public service.
You fancy a situation where government departments since January have not received any input. Then what productivity are we talking about? What are the performance indicators? We need to sit down and look at it. Not just talking about productivity, but in actual fact, those issues that need to be considered for productivity, you don't talk about them. Bring the inputs. When the inputs are made available, then you can talk about productivity.
It can be resolved with commitment on both sides. Unfortunately, this is where employer is not to give full disclosure of whatever goes into the production of business. Okay, and therefore unions are also skeptical to say, if you are telling me that this is how much is costing you to get X product, I want to see what really the cost components are.